here with Kane Shepherd after another win. How does it feel?
Yeah, it's all good, bro. Obviously, I took a bit of a risk. You know, he normally fights a couple of weights above C, so I knew he was a hard puncher and stuff, so I had to take my time. But yeah, I thought I boxed decent, boxed okay. Everything felt a bit rushed for me today. I ain't gonna lie, but we got the job done in the end. So.
And how did you prepare for Garth Newt's style? Because, you know, as you said, he does fight, you know, a little bit above, and he's, you know, kind of like a wild puncher. He throws a lot of the hooks.
Yeah. Just gotta be smart, you know what I mean? You just gotta be smart. In the gym, I was just working on keeping my range and things like that. I couldn't rush in with him. I couldn't unload like I wanted to unload, because he was copped and ready to go. So I knew just to be smart, take my time, and just pick my punches, and that's all I had to do, to be honest.
Did anything Garth did in the ring force you to change your strategy on the fly?
No, not really, because I knew what I was expecting, do you know what I mean? I knew to, you know, just keep flicking the jab out and keep him busy, and he would just load up. So, nah, nothing really surprised me, but he was tough. He was very tough, to be honest. He was tough.
And obviously earlier you said you were taking a risk, you know, obviously being 8-0 now, but going in you were 7-0, having that streak. Did you think that it would be a risk with that streak?
No, I knew I would win. Do you know what I mean? I knew I would win, but it was a big risk because of the weight difference. I didn't know if he was going to come in on weight and stuff like that, but he did, so fair play to him. And he was a big puncher. But, you know, it pays off in the end. There's another style, another box we ticked off. So, yeah, I'm happy with how it went in the end.
And was Newt tougher than you expected him to be in the ring, or was he just as, like, you know, just as tough as you expected? Because he normally fights on the San Edgar events, you know. You must have seen him fight, seen his style and everything, seen how he can take the punches and he can continue going for the rounds.
Nah, I knew he was tough, 100%. I seen him box. I don't really watch my opponents much on the online, do you get me? So I don't know who. I think he boxed JD here, and he gave JD a good fight. So I knew he was tough, and I think he dropped a couple of people like a few weights above me as well from Wales. I won't mention names, so I don't want to be disrespectful, but yeah, I knew he was a puncher. I knew he was tough. So yeah, he didn't surprise me, to be honest. I just knew to stay switched on with him.
And as you keep building your pro resume, what kind of opponents or styles do you want to test yourself against next?
What styles? I've boxed a bit of all sorts of styles now. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, every boxer got a different style. Even if it's just by a minimalistic, it's still a small difference. So, you know, I'm just gonna keep ticking the boxes, fight who they put in front of me, and each one I build, improve my performances more, and yeah, that's all she wrote, man.
And finally, what's your message to your supporters here in Cardiff and those following you from back home after tonight?
Oh, a huge thank you. Without all my supporters, I won't say fans, they're my friends, family, I wouldn't be able to box, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to sell enough tickets to get on the shows. You know, it's a big impact of the tickets I sell for me getting on to these fights and even making a few quid out of it, you know what I mean? So a massive shout out to my friends, my family, my fans, and a huge shout out to my sponsors as well, you know. I got a new kit for this fight, so which is why I got it on now, and it didn't turn up until I was about to walk out, so it was too late. So I had to go out in my old shirt, so I'm deeply sorry to like every new sponsor I got that I was meant to have on my shirts and my t-shirts. Obviously I'll wear it next time out, but yeah, big apologise to them because that's not what I wanted to do, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
No.